Hello, hello. Plants. They are relevant for this collective. Maybe you love trees and plants. Maybe you have your house full of plants. Maybe you just bought a new house plant or flowers. I'm also getting holistic medicine. Let's see, what's the message for this collective? What's the message, please? Bird. Maybe birds also are relevant for this collective. Freedom and opportunity. Let's take one more. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my soul is, I don't know where my home is. Nelly Furtado. Summer! The next card. And winter is on the bottom. I will take that card also. I'm seeing a timeline here. So right now it's winter time in many countries. An ending, recharging, reflection. Everything is kind of frozen at the moment, but I feel like this is the now, in a way that this is what your soul is feeling. Freedom. I want to fly. And with that dodo bird history, this winter has been about diving into history, reflecting everything that has happened. They are showing me a book. Maybe you're an author or you always wanted to write a book, but it's kind of you wrote this book, your life, and you're kind of going through it that what do I need to add, what do I need to let go of type of energy, and it's ready to be published, quote unquote. A new book is ready to be written. And I'm also hearing that song Unwritten. Is it Natasha something? That song. The rest is still unwritten. So expansion and growth with the sunflowers, something positive. I feel like this collective, you've done with the past. You've gone through a lot of, and you're ready to close that book. You want to start a new one. This is a series of books. And I feel like now you've been through all the heartache, all the, the obstacles, things. And this book is going to be about you living your life. This is good energy. And I was feeling that before I came to this table. I was hearing sunrise and the sun started to shine. Very optimistic, the summertime energy. Let's see more about this winter. Your frozen state, the ending of this book. And I need to validate that this is an ending of a book, not an ending of a chapter. I feel like you've been ending those chapters during this winter time. So many of you, you've had small ascensions during this winter. Maybe you don't even know that you've been going through ascensions. So there's been period of time when you've been maybe feeling a little bit emotional, disorientated, maybe feeling confused, lack of inspiration. There's been days that you just don't have any energy to do anything, maybe just been lying around. Maybe you've been having some ascension symptoms like headaches, maybe feeling like you're going to get sick, getting the flu. Maybe some of you actually got sick because your body is healing itself. Winter. And as I'm shuffling, you can press the like button for me. It helps my channel to grow. I would appreciate it very much. What was that? King of Wands. The name of the mushroom is wine cap. And I'm seeing wine bottles. Maybe you've noticed that you are be wanting a glass of wine even though you don't drink wine, or maybe there's been period of this winter that you've been wanting to drink. Like this is something that you've been noticing, that normally you don't want to drink, but during this winter time there's been a weekend or a day every now and then that you really like maybe craving for a drink. And it goes hand in hand with the body and the nervous system again, because it brings relief to the stress that your body is going through. But King of Wands, it's the action man for me. Nine of Pentacles is the second one to the winter. So I feel like this winter you have been in solitude, in hermit mode in a way. Something's been brewing. Maybe you've been working on something, but it gives me the energy of wanting to push, wanting to do more, but you haven't been able to do so. And for many of you, I feel like this is something to do with your career. I'm seeing the violet color in this mushroom, and it brings me the energy of the third eye. So this winter time, it was meant to be stagnant. You weren't able to push more even though you wanted. This time was time to reflect, listen to your intuition. Like I said, this sounds like something is brewing, something's been brewing. One more. And by the way, I don't take reverses from this specific deck. Two of Swords. Yeah, definitely. This is confirming everything I've been saying. Your 3D has been stagnant. Even though you wanted to do something, you've been doing, but you didn't have the momentum. This was all meant to be, because they wanted you to reflect on something. They wanted you to go within, to see a bigger picture, to see a new path that was opening for you. Let's see the bird. Freedom. Like I said, leaving behind the history, reflecting on the history. Four of Wands. Holy moly. The name of this mushroom is Birch polypore. But do you know how I read that last word? You know that, is it polyamoric? You know, those relationships where there's multiple partners. And it came under the bird, so freedom. You opened your bird cage. Whatever this kind of energy was, there was too many cooks in the kitchen. So let's say that you're not in this kind of multiple partners type of relationship, but maybe there was one relationship, but that person was enmeshed with their family, their friends, or there was so many things going on with their life that it kind of felt like you were dating multiple people. You've let this dynamic go because it was restraining you. And I feel like the winter time was the perfect time for the reflection of this. Kind of realize that these burdens, these things, they don't belong to me. But I'm also getting the energy of, you know, business. Maybe you founded your own business. Maybe you start doing freelancing, whatever it is. You created something for your own freedom. One more. And I noticed, can you see that figure in top of the stairs? Her hands are open, welcoming freedom. This is nice energy. And I feel like you might be, after this winter period, you might be feeling very positive, light-hearted. It's like I said in the previous reading, your soul is dancing. That's the type of energy that I'm getting. One more. Okay, two more. Oh my, 3 of Swords and 2 of Wands. Making new plans after the heartache. And I'm hearing that song, when the heartache is over, I know I won't be missing you. Whatever this is, you have turned the turd to gold. You release these negative things around you. But without this winter period, you wouldn't been able to do this. The Hanged Man. Velvet Shank is the name of this mushroom. Flammulina velutypes. But with the Flammulina, I'm getting the energy of bodies. Your body might have been taking the hits of this dynamic, these energies. That's why the holistic medicine came. You've been healing your body, your nervous system, and there's been significant signs for the positive when you have released this, whatever this was. And I'm going back to that Nelly Furtado's song, I don't know where my home is. Maybe you settled for this person because for a long time you thought this person, this dynamic was your home. You always wanted to have that sense of belonging, to belong somewhere, belong to a community, to a family. This collective, you are a lone wolf. You have faced your life's obstacles alone. And I feel like the outside world doesn't have a clue what kind of storms you've survived by yourself. This collective, your soul, is incredibly strong. You are that type of person that letting someone into your life, it's very difficult. You want to keep it to yourself. It's very hard for you to open your heart. You are used to making decisions by yourself to yourself. You have really proven that you don't need any external people or things to kind of save you. You know how to save yourself. But maybe with this person or this dynamic that you've released, you kind of, for so long you wanted this to happen, you didn't want to face the truth that this energy wasn't good for you. And I need to say with the 4 of Wands, this might be a twin flame dynamic, or you thought this was a twin flame, but you realized that this was actually my trauma. This was a trauma bond. Twin flame or not, you are seeing yourself correctly, you are seeing the situation correctly, and you are making decisions that are benefiting for you. It's kind of the lesson of you realizing that I belong to myself. Self-love, filling your own cup. And that's the energy that is feeding this freedom. I feel like the next summer is going to be a happy one. Positive things, happiness, joyful energy, no more negativity. Queen of Wands, exactly. In the original Rider-Waite tarot, the Queen of Wands actually holds a sunflower in her hand. And she also has a cat. The cat is the protector. The cat repulses negative energy. And the Queen of Wands, very positive, magnetic. I feel like you're a vortex. You are gaining momentum and calling in positive things, positive changes. Maybe bees are somehow relevant for you, maybe they're a sign for you, or maybe with this plant energy, you have a garden where there's lots of bees. Maybe you're a beekeeper or something. Five of Swords. This is giving me more the energy of you not wasting your time to compete with others. You're kind of locking into your own magnetic energy. You are just creating and doing with yourself, with your wisdom, kind of not giving an F about what other people are doing in the same field or how you should feed the algorithm or things like this. You are just doing you. That's good. Seven of Wands, confirming that energy, but also battling through the pack of sheep I'm hearing. You've always known that you are different. You don't belong to the society's norm, to the molds of institutions and the society's dream. It's not you. And you finally realize that. And you are giving grace to yourself. As before, I think you tried to diminish yourself. You tried to, belong to those molds or those dreams. That's why you felt so anxious that something wasn't right here. But I feel like for a long time you felt ashamed about being different. But now you've turned that shame into glory. That's what I'm hearing. The Devil. You might be a Capricorn. What did I say about the sheep energy? Everyone is kind of looking at you as the devil. You can see this mushroom is kind of scaring these two mushrooms. The white mushrooms, the sheep energy. You are not fitting in the mold. You are a free spirit. And because you are accepting that, other people might be looking at you as the devil or the black sheep or, whatever that, bullshit energy is. You don't care. I don't care if I paint the town red. I'd rather be famous instead. Ooh, she's the devil. What song is that? I'm hearing that also in my mind. Lots of music coming through. Maybe you love music. Justice. Serving justice for yourself, but also serving karma to others, and not in a bad way. The way you are acting, the way you are thinking, the way you are moving, it's triggering others because they are actually, their soul wants them to know that this kind of energy is also within them. So the more you can trigger people with your own freedom, you are actually serving them a valuable lesson. So if you are having these negative comments or, people saying this and this, being triggered by you, just smile. This mushroom has the name of Old Man of the Woods. And it's giving me the hermit energy. I'm getting shaman. You're a healer. You're some type of healer. You're the hermit. You're the witch in the woods. The right people are very inspired by you, and they come for your wisdom, whatever type wisdom that is. Maybe you teach something, maybe you do music, art that gives inspiration to people. Maybe you really do something with the holistic field, sound healing, energy work, whatever that is with you. You have something to give to people, something that isn't the society's dream. I feel like this reading is found to you to give you hope to continue what you are doing, because you are doing the right thing. You are making the right decisions. You are on the right path. Don't stop because there's some no-sayers and some negativity around you. Just put them away. You don't need them. Take it as a sign that, yeah, I'm pissing people off. I'm doing the right thing. My soul is doing the right thing. The Emperor. Master of your own life, master of your own destiny. The fly Akarik, Amanita Musaria. So yet again, the holistic field. If you know, you know. What other people think is poisonous, it's actually medicine. Summers up with the energy of the devil. I like how this is kind of mysterious, but I know the right collective, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ace of Swords on the bottom, you are speaking the truth, even though people may not like it. Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, Two of Pentacles. You operate with a pure heart. The way you give love to this world, it's not observed in a way that people think that love should look like. Sometimes the truth, it can be very nasty, but that's the right medicine for the one who needs to hear it. You don't sugarcoat anything. You just tell it how it is. And it's up to the person, the people, to reflect on that truth. The people who don't want to accept the truth or see it on another perspective, those are the ones who is blaming you to be the devil, the poisonous snake, telling lies. Because that's the shadow inside of them that don't want them to acknowledge the truth. The Emperor is also the boss energy, so I very much feel like you have your own business. You don't work for anyone, you work for yourself. You control your own life. The Magician, as I was shuffling these cards. Little birds of the woods. And the mushrooms that start with the letter P, you know if you know. You can see. You can see, you can heal. You are a true healer. And the true healer knows what's in the dark. A true healer isn't afraid of the dark. The true healer knows that to find the light, you need to go into the darkness. And I feel like many of you, you know these people that call themselves healers, who present themselves as love and light and sugarcoat things and talk softly. You know deep down that they are the imposters. You don't put a label on yourself. You know who you are. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. Strong shaman energies with this collective. I feel like you have always known that there was something mysterious and magical in you. You love animals, you love nature. You've been doing rituals since you were a child and you don't even realize it. Talking to plants, trees, animals. I feel like you are more connected to nature and animal spirits than you are to humans. Because they are pure, like you. And this period you've gone through, you kind of shedded away the human toxiness that was dumped on you. Now you are finding the child. Now you are finding your authentic soul. I feel like you help people, sometimes even in ways that you don't realize. Maybe you don't give enough credit for yourself, for the job that you do for this planet, to humanity, to nature and animals. But with the justice and summer, the work you've been doing with yourself, being brave to walk in the darkness to find the light, but also the things that you've been doing for the outside world, the scales are going to be balanced. So whatever comes next, you've deserved it multiple times. I think the main message here is cut yourself some slack. It's time for you to enjoy life and not take things so seriously. The darkness is now behind for now. It's not like you're not going to visit there anymore, but it's not going to be as severe, so intense like it has been. The new book. You are starting a new book. The book of freedom. The character enjoying life. You have mastered the darkness. Now it's time to master the light.